Today is World Mental Health Day, and I kind of thought it was really important to make a video on this because I think it's an important topic, and I think that if this video can help bring awareness to anyone, then it's worth uploading. And I kind of wanted to talk about how, in the world, in America, 1 in 5 people experiences mental health issues on a given day. In the UK, it's 1 in 4, and it's the largest cause of disease burden in the world. And it was a topic that I learned a lot about in one of my world health classes that I took undergrad. And I think that as someone that has experienced and has been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, I think that it's important to know the signs, to be supportive if you know anyone that has depression or is experiencing depression or any other type of mental health illness, just to be mindful. I know that there is this huge stigma on people with mental health issues, and it's really sad because as someone in college that did have depression, I couldn't go to my parents for that kind of support. And it was something that I feel like people of older generations don't really understand or sympathize with, and I think that's really sad, and I'm glad that we're trying to change that. I know that it's becoming something people actually talk about and speak about, and I think that's important in raising awareness and getting help. And I thankfully can say that I don't have depression right now, but it is something that you have to stay on top of your health, not just mental health, but physical health and your well-being and your environment and all of that. And it plays a big part in keeping a good, strong mental health, and it's really important. There's this misnomer that you can't really ask for help or explain that you're not feeling well or you're feeling depressed unless you're really, really severely depressed and are suicidal and everything like that. And that's completely false. If you're not feeling well, if you're having any sort of sign of depression, it's okay to maybe tell a friend, maybe do something to help improve your mood, anything that makes you happy. For me, yoga was a huge part of helping not just my physical health, my mental health, and meditating and being mindful, and that helped a lot. But not just that, but who I surrounded myself with was a huge change in that. And I also wanted to sort of touch on this. I tried to make this video before, but it just didn't turn out well. I didn't have my microphone recording and things like that, but for me, a huge issue I struggled with was just hating myself, feeling like I don't deserve this, and I thought I wasn't good enough. And I didn't upload videos because I was so depressed and because I couldn't talk to other people about how I was feeling, and I just sort of shut myself up and isolated myself from everyone and every person, and it just made it more an even worse cycle of isolating yourself and not talking to anyone, and just getting worse and worse from there on. And it took me a long time to recover from that and get to a place where I feel better about myself, I feel more confident, I feel happier, I feel like I'm in a situation where I'm lucky to be here and things like that. And I think not only just changing your surroundings, but also your mindset and being grateful for things, and also just knowing when you are at a weak point and getting help. And that, whether that's talking to family or friends or seeing your primary care doctor, I think it's really important to understand how you're feeling and what to do about it. And being vulnerable with people can actually help you. And it's not everyone's going to judge you and think that, oh, you're not depressed, that doesn't exist, or oh, you're just faking it. There are people that do understand and will be there for you, including myself. If you are feeling depressed or experiencing any kind of mental health issue, whether it's anxiety or whether it's some sort of other disorder, I think that talking about it is better than just ignoring it. I will even say, when I was a kid and I found out that one of my older cousins was on antidepressants, I was like, oh, that's just an excuse, oh, it's a sign of weakness, and that's terrible mindset. And that's how I was raised to think. And it wasn't until I experienced depression on my own firsthand and was diagnosed with it and saw how horrible and how hard it really is to deal with, that I actually ended up apologizing to them and just felt terrible that I had ever even thought that about mental illness. And it's something that's taken lives in my family. I think it's this very serious thing, and I think you need to take it seriously. And so what I want to do is, if you have any experience with this, leave it down below. If there's anything that helps you, leave it down below. I'm also going to put in the description a lot of information about mental health and about bringing awareness, and also just lots of just information and links and sites that I find that I think are really, really useful and informative and helpful. And yeah, just know that I'm here for you and that I want to help other people get over things, because when I had depression really badly, I did not think it was ever going to get better. And I never thought that I would be here today making a video about it, being really happy and positive in a really good place. And if you want me to make any other videos on this topic, please let me know. But it is Mental Health Awareness Day, and it's also October is Mental Health Month, bringing awareness about mental health, helping people, giving guidance and support to those in need. And so I think it's important. I hope you appreciate this video. I really don't want anyone else to feel the way I did, and if there's any way I can help you, please let me know. But I think one of the biggest steps is just being out there to your friends, only like really close ones that you think will support you, be supportive, and then also getting help, whether it's going to a counselor, whether it's going to a therapist, whether it's going to your doctor. Just not isolating yourself and letting yourself be alone. I think that's also really important. And doing things that will improve your mood, doing things to help you, self-care is a huge part of it too. So yeah, thank you for watching. I didn't want to make it too long. I just hope that you get some benefit out of this. And